before I started working from you, you made me do that psychopath test.
Exactly.
No.
It's to make sure you were up there. I reckon I can drag myself across the floor, which will put me on the ground and no one will see me or get out. So that's exactly what I did, believing no one was seeing me. And then when I got to the slit in the tent, I managed to get through that. I think someone was there actually. And I said I needed fresh air. And then they let me just sit outside. And as soon as I got outside, I was coming down then. But the person who was speaking to me, his face was still melting off. It took about an hour. I mean, one woman came out. People were trying to get me to go back in and trick me. And one woman came out that was going to the toilet. And she was a normal person who wasn't trying to trick me. So she said, I'm just going to the toilet. Where is it? And I said, over there. And she's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And we were just talking nicely. And she wasn't stressing me out at all. And then she goes, why don't you go back inside? And I said, you're one of them, aren't you? In my world, it was going to get to the F anyway through my sphincter.
It's a real strange energy around you. Right. Yeah, where do you sit with your spirituality?
And what I learned when I was facing 200 years and it crushed the material, my $1 million house on the mountain didn't matter anymore. My sports car, swimming pool, all that stuff got, you just want to get your life back. So when I got sentenced to 9.5 years, it's one of the happiest days of my life. But what I realized was happiness is in your heart and what your thoughts make it.
Cash, pie.
Jen has a song now, folks, where I'll see her dancing around the house in her undies, going, gimme, 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 gimme Gucci. Gimme, 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 gimme Gucci. You call me the robot?
Yeah, I just wish she'd be a bit more tidier.
Tidier?
Yeah, maybe that.
Tidying takes away from work.
What's that? I'm trying to think of the YouTube-friendly term.
You've taught me to sit on the loo now and do my emails while I'm crapping.
Take a deep breath in and out.
Spirits of the blue eternity and the silver surfer, please come inside of me and help me cope with the continued insanity of this woman.
Fantastic.
So basically, an invisible hand took me, put me in prison where I'm with maniacs, living with people for 6 years who would have been terrified ordinarily. And you just get used to it. So your social anxiety goes down. And then when you get out of prison, the world seems like a safe place. So I confronted my social anxiety for 6 years by living with people who were wild and crazy. And then I got out, world seems like a safe place. And I realized that I can be happy in my own skin, but I thought when you go out, you still have to fall back on something, and I fell back on alcohol for a year or so. We've had decades of the deep state being in control of US politics. Even when Trump got in the first time, it seems like he didn't make the changes he's made now. He's wised up to their ways after the almost assassinations. And he knows they're still trying to unalive him. Big Pharma and all the parasites, I've just latched onto these people, sucking the blood out of them.
Doesn't it works like in one big circle, like the circle of unlife, I call it. So it goes like the sugar companies are owned by Big Pharma, owned by the elite, and it just goes round in that circle.
Yeah, it's one big money go round.